Hey, what's up guys? Before we get into this video, I wanted to tell you guys about Uncanny GG. Uncanny's new system allows you to find the information you need to get better at the game. Streaming gameplay to their AI is super easy, private, and for each match, you are given an interactive map that shows where everything happens. The system even automatically clips every kill or death so you can see exactly what happened and eventually share awesome highlights. But probably the best thing is they have analyzed hundreds of pro matches and give you the chance to compare what you do to the best players in the world. Uncanny is in their early access stage and free for a limited time only. Setup usually takes under 3 minutes, so be sure to go sign up now before it costs money. Real quick guys, if you guys wouldn't mind, please be sure to consider going down your item shop and typing in BAY for your supported creator code, BEY, and then clicking accept. This will support me greatly and it will not cost you anything, so please be sure to do this, and let's get right into the video. Hey, what's up guys? In this video today, we're going to be discussing what happened after I had my internet provider switched from Verizon Fios to Comcast Xfinity Wi-Fi. This was a very recent change that happened only 2 days ago, and I wanted to share my story of what happened to my connection in Fortnite and why everything happened. And with this discussion, I'll also be giving you guys some tips for decreasing your ping based on what I learned through this experience. So most of you guys probably know pretty well that I am a player that has 0 ping. As you guys can see in the top left of my screen, I usually have 0 ping that does not fluctuate while I'm playing, and this is pretty consistent. This is not the case, however. After this internet service provider, it has actually changed, and I'll get into why that's happened in just a few moments. So basically, the past few years we've had Verizon Fios 150 download and upload speed, and I've always had this connected via an Ethernet cable. Basically how this worked was I have a modem, which is basically a router that is the main router downstairs, and what this was is it's basically really far from my room, all the way in the living room. And what I did was I bought a 100-foot cable, and I basically connected this cable to the router downstairs all the way up to my room upstairs, where I bought a second router and placed the second router inside of my room right next to my computer. I then connected the Ethernet cable to this router, and then from this router I connected another Ethernet cable to my PC and my other devices like my Xbox and basically anything else I ever need a direct connection for. By doing this, I used to have 150 consistent download and upload speed whenever I played Fortnite or when I did anything in general, and Verizon Fios' plan was perfect. It never fluctuated, went up or down, or was ever inconsistent, and because of this, I always had godly internet when playing Fortnite. I can always rely on my internet for having that 0 ping and for being able to take walls and basically being able to do things in Fortnite that a lot of people can't. And this comes down to multiple things. One of these is location. My location is very close to the Fortnite servers, which are located directly next to me, but with the Fios plan and the new plan that we just got, there is a significant difference. So if we take a look and do a speed test real quick, what we will see is that the current plan that I have right now, the new one by Comcast, is giving us close to a gigabit download speed, but when we look at upload speed, we see that it is not a gigabit or even close. The upload speed is actually slower than the previous upload speed that we used to have with the Verizon Fios plan. Now, what does this mean for my in-game ping? Download speed is essentially what brings you the data that you need to play the game, and what brings you data from the servers, basically showing you what's happening in-game, what's happening with other players, and what basically downloads all the information that you need for every single game that you're playing. But what does upload speed do? What upload speed does is upload speed goes ahead and uploads everything that you are sending to the server. So upload speed is responsible for sending every single button click that you press, or every single thing that you basically do that needs to be registered over to the Fortnite servers. So upload speed is also very important. Now, although I have over 700 more download speed than normal, what about the upload speed? Because the upload speed is technically slower. How does this affect my gameplay, and does this make my ping slower, or does it make any kind of difference that is noticeable, or anything that can really affect my gameplay or my content creating? So essentially, this new upload speed affected one of two things. First of all, the upload speed went ahead and it slowed down the rate at which I could upload videos, which is basically something that most of you guys could probably guess. But the other thing is a little bit more interesting, and what it is the upload speed actually caused a little bit of a difference in my gameplay. So the first few days that we got our internet, we actually had a huge problem with it, where our upload speed wasn't even hitting 40. Our upload speed was between 2 and 3, and when this happened, my Fortnite ping was anywhere from 30 to 60, and this was horrid. Being someone who was used to 0 ping and basically getting this brand new internet that was supposed to be faster, I did not expect to have 2 to 3 upload speed that would give me 30 to 60 ping. And what this had caused was really bad gameplay on my part, and I started to think that maybe I had to start getting used to this, because of course if this ping was to stay, I'd have to adapt and get used to playing on a slower ping. And basically, luckily what happened was they went ahead and they came and they fixed the issue within a few days. It did take a while because it wasn't just a problem with our router or our setup, it was actually a problem with the region. And when they fixed it, the upload speed went back up to 42, and I then once again returned to 0 ping. However, I do notice some fluctuations here and there, and I later talked to one of the representatives from the company, and what he explained to me was really interesting. What he said was that the Verizon Fios has a larger cover over the general area that I live in when it comes to upload speed and not just download speed. So basically Comcast has a really good download speed server, but when it comes to upload speed, Fios dominates this area. And what that means is that for things such as getting my info across, like ping, and for basically all my inputs being registered onto the servers, I need better upload speed, which is basically given through Fios. Fios is the best upload speed for this area, and the reason for that is because it covers a larger area and it works better. And another aspect of where I live is that I actually live about 5 to 10 miles away from the NA East Fortnite server, so that makes my ping really good. The thing with the Verizon Fios server is that it's located very close to that Fortnite server, which basically gives me godlike internet. With the new Comcast internet that I have, however, the server is a little bit farther, but it's not that much noticeable because of the fact that it's still relatively close. It's not as close to Verizon Fios, but it basically limits my god internet, and it does change it and make it not as good as it used to be, but it's very little and almost barely noticeable, thankfully. If they were not able to solve that solution and they were not able to return my upload speed to what it should have been, I would never have been able to play Fortnite the way that I would have before, and I would always have to deal with playing with low internet speeds and inconsistent speeds due to the low upload speed that would basically cause my internet to fluctuate. Throughout this experience, however, I did learn some cool things that I wanted to pass on to you guys, and that was the point of me making this video. So first, what you guys can do if you have really bad ping but you have good internet is consider looking at different internet service providers and seeing which ones will give you the best coverage for the specific game that you're playing. Obviously, most of you guys watching this video are going to want to be playing Fortnite, and most of you are going to want to be getting better at Fortnite and getting better connection. If you're one of these people, consider looking at other internet service providers and looking at which offers the most coverage for the specific game that you're playing. And how you figure this out is you basically look at the Fortnite server locations, which I've put in previous videos, and what you do with these server locations is you look at which internet service providers cover your location and those locations the best overall. And you can basically look at their coverage maps, and then you can look at the Fortnite server location and compare to see which one of the internet services in your area will do the best job at getting you connected to that server. And the way that you find this out is you want to make sure that you're within the distance of you and that server, and then that internet provider is also in between you and that server when it comes to the coverage. And this could be a really good fix for some of you guys, because not only will you be able to get better internet, but if you propose this option to your parents, if you live with your parents, what will happen is a lot of times they'll be able to get cheaper deals with a new internet provider. This is because internet providers love to get new customers, and what they'll do is they'll often offer you guys a better plan or a better rate than the one that you already have. So let's say that you have an internet provider in your area that is offering you guys 150 upload download just like me right now, but there's another one that offers you guys faster internet and is also better for the Fortnite servers because of its location and because of the coverage that it offers. What you can do is you can reach out and see if they'll offer you guys a contract or a plan for a cheaper cost that is also better. This could be a short-term one or a long-term for up to a year or even longer, and if it is cheaper, you could always offer it to your parents and see if they'll consider the switch. With switches, they'll oftentimes come to your house and install everything for completely free, included with the new plan that they're giving you, and this is usually a really great deal and something that you guys can take advantage of if you want to improve your ping in Fortnite. I really hope this video helped you guys out. It's a brand new concept and something that I've never seen any Fortnite YouTuber talk about, and it's something that I learned with my experience throughout this internet change. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.